It's all too complicated for a double bank holiday weekend. It's not just a bank holiday weekend, it's a double bank holiday weekend. And the upshot of that is you get some time off. Well, I was about to say you get some time off. A lot of us don't get time off, but most people get time off. You know, you get the Monday off and you get the Friday off. So you're going to have a proper holiday, don't you? Yes. You might go and enjoy a caravan by the seaside and get to enjoy pipes freezing or your neighbours crashing through your door half drunk at 3 o'clock in the morning. Or maybe you're up in the north of the country and you've been enjoying Storm Dave face on. Ooh. It's been a bit blowy out there, isn't it? It's been a bit messy. So it's got me wondering, what is the worst holiday you've ever had? And here's the extra twist, on these fine isles. So I'm not talking about you went to Mallorca and you got ripped off and it turns out they haven't built the hotel yet. Yeah. Because, that's a story. But bank holidays, you don't tend to go foreign jollies, do you? You tend to go down the road. So I want to hear your stories of when you had a holiday here in Britain and it just didn't go well. Any pop to mind for you?
I think we stayed in a caravan once and the carpet had fleas. You just sort of hop on your day. I thought, put me right off, Mark, right off.
So not even like the family dog had fleas. It was the carpet had fleas.
The carpet had fleas, yeah. It was just horrible. How
does that even work? What are the fleas eating? How do they survive?
The caravan just wasn't... It was a little bit tacky looking anyway. It didn't feel clean, you know what I mean? And then when you're sitting there, you're thinking, was that just a flea that just... And then when the other one hopped on, I thought, oh no, couldn't obviously stay the full weekend. That just did me in, right?
Well, you'd be hard as nails if you sat through the whole weekend with fleas jumping around going, yeah, this is a cracking family holiday, this. I've paid for it. I'm going to get every minute out of it.
But if Facebook was a thing then, as it is now, you'd be putting those fake photos on, wouldn't you, with the thumbs up and the smiley face just for the camera. Look at us, we're having a great time. And soon as that, let's get out of here.
You're not wrong. So we want to hear from you. It's a wee natter where we are talking about your holiday experiences and not being particularly great here on these fine isles. And it turns out WAP has lived a full British holiday experience. It comes in a couple of different parts. Starts off saying, I nearly drove off a cliff when I was about 10, ran over a seagull, my niece went nuts. So this is already something out of a ITV comedy in the 1970s at this point.
Driving at 10?
He might have been a farmer's kid. Could be talking about something from decades ago.
Yeah.
You know, I've known people that have driven at 10. That bit did jump out at me. It was the running over a seagull and going off a cliff. That's a bit that jumped out at me. And then for stage 2, Singer Man fancied my sister-in-law. It was a mental holiday.
Singer Man, not the sewing machine.
Nothing to do with sewing machines. Although if we're talking about sewing machines, you do know the Sabrina Carpenter song where she says that she's a singer.
Yeah.
Evidence that she's a sewing machine. She even says it there.
Sewing machine, yeah.
Because I'm a singer. I think that's just how she sings it. I'm trying to remember which one that is. Espresso. That's the one we're on about. Also in touch, Paul saying, I went to Skegness, collapsed in the caravan, blue lighted to Boston Hospital.
Sorry, Paul. Sorry. I'm not laughing. You know when you laugh inappropriately, I think I've just done it. Sorry.
He's on death's door. And you're going, that's funny. That's really funny.
You know when he says collapse in the caravan? Sorry, I thought he meant that he'd had such a bad journey that as soon as he got in the caravan, he'd just like collapse and like, oh, that's it. I'm not moving for the rest of the night. Sorry.
You're imagining almost like the... It cut to outside the caravan. The caravan just goes bloop like that as you end up collapsing on the side of it. No. Blue lighted to Boston Hospital. Nothing to do with the song More Than the Feeling. Spent a week with a stomach ulcer, which was bleeding. Then, admitted again 5 days later with the same troubles. Yeah. So a week's holiday lasted 3 weeks. Now, most people would say if a week's holiday turns to 3 weeks, that's amazing. Spending all of it in Boston Hospital, not so much. I see where you're coming from there. The cat was not very pleased when we eventually got home, although the neighbours had looked after him.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And Sandra saying, went to Newquay for a weekend. Mm-hmm.
That's where the stag do's are at Newquay.
It is a bit, isn't it? Yeah. I'm almost imagining like Southern Blackpool. I'm probably not too far off there. Lovely holiday, looking over the sea, youngsters partying in the street outside all night, which if you're into, brilliant.
Yes, it is one of those. I went to Newquay once and there was a load of naked men surfing. Because you go for the surf, don't you?
I think you do. Although it's just reminding me, when I did go to Blackpool, it was a bit of an adventure. We ended up going on, what was it, the steeplechase ride? Where they've got the adventure beach thing, where all the rides. And unfortunately, it stopped working halfway through. So me and a friend are just sat on these metal horses in midair where they're trying to get ladders out and get us off and all that sort of thing. And I also remember getting scammed out of some money on the seafront as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Well, it was a great holiday otherwise. Brilliant. Go to Blackpool. It's going to be the best day of your life.